Hey Global Soul, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make some salmon, and I washed and I dried them very well. So we're going to make some salmon with some spinach and mushroom stuffing inside of some puff pastry. And we're also going to make just some creamed potatoes. And I already boiled the potatoes. I seasoned them. You know, when you boil potatoes, you want to season them right away, or whatever you do with potatoes, so they can soak up the seasoning, because they're hard. Once they get cool, they're hard to season. So you want to season them when they're warm. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make some salmon stuffed spinach and mushroom salmon stuffed in some puff pastry and some creamed potatoes. And yeah, guys, so that's it. I'll be right back. So our pan is hot, and I'm going to add some oil to it. And this is going to be our filling for our salmon. So, first things first, I'm going to do a little bit of onion. Not a lot, just a little bit. You can see it's making a mess already. And with that onion, I'm going to do some mushrooms. I probably won't do all that mushroom. Well, I'll just go ahead. Whatever I don't use, I can use to make an omelet or something. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there since I have it. Okay. The mushrooms were already washed, and but see, mushrooms have so much water in them, so you want to cook that out of them. So I have it on high, and I just want to cook out that water. And I'll cook that out before I put the spinach in. Let's see. See how the water's starting to cook out some? That's how we want it. We want that water to totally dissipate. And see how this is up here? See how this is coming? And what it'll do is it'll start browning after the water gets out of it. So I can put a little bit of butter. I can put a little bit of butter in there after that water gets out of there. Just trying to get these mushrooms to caramelize a little bit, put a little color on them. Now that we got that water out them, I want some color to them. Let's see. You guys see? Now it's starting to get some color. You see? Because when it starts to color, the onions start to caramelize and bring out the sweetness, that real good sweetness in the onion. And then the mushrooms don't have that, like, I don't know, that rubbery texture. It's a different texture when they're caramelized. So let's get some garlic in here. And that was 3 cloves of garlic. It wasn't a lot of garlic. Okay, guys. And the reason why we want to put our garlic in last is so that it doesn't burn. We don't want burnt garlic. It absolutely smells amazing. Okay, so this is our spinach. And what I did was I just rinsed it out off and I drained it really, really well. And I'm just going to mix this in here, just like that with this. So I'm not really trying to cook the spinach. Now, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here with a little bit of cream cheese. And maybe about, let's see, 2 tablespoons maybe. Yeah, about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Let's see how that looks. I'm just going to take it and do just like that. See our mushrooms? See how beautiful they are? Now, I'm going to add a little bit of this butter to it. Because you know butter just going to make it all, everything come together. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of Parmesan, and that's the taste, but you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just sprinkling liberally. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic. Just a little bit, because we already used fresh garlic. And a tiny bit of seasoning, optional. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that in just like so. So here I have a clear bowl right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in this bowl because I don't want this to keep cooking. Not at all. Put this in this bowl. And guys, you know, mushrooms is optional. So if you don't like mushrooms, if you're allergic to mushrooms, don't use the mushrooms. Yeah, don't worry about the mushrooms. If you don't like onion, don't put onion. You could use onion powder. It's merely up to you. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to taste this really quick just to see what it tastes. we could leave it like that and that would be fine. But of course we're not. So this is some that Monterey I had from the other day. What do you call it? I grated. So what I'm going to do, and it's a little bit of mozzarella. So I'm just going to mix this Monterey with this. Just like so. This is going to do all this cheese is going to melt so nicely. It's going to be so ooey and gooey. Yeah, y'all see this? Can you see that? Let's see how it's. You just see how I'm just turning it like that and pressing down, turning and pressing down, and that's this is kind of hot. And that's how we're going to do that. That's how it looks. It almost looks like you know when you had the spinach and artichoke dip? It almost looks like that. I'm just going to put the rest of this little bit of cheese in there because I can't do nothing with that. And I'm just going to mix it in. Now you could adjust your seasonings after you put the cheese in just to make sure that everything is the way you like it. And now would be a great time to do that. Let me see. That's really good. This is a very good mix. I would say I would put a little bit more parm in it, but you know, once it cooks and then you're going to season the salmon, you don't want to over season. Like, you know, sometimes we get in a habit of, like, you know, over seasoning stuff. So I think I'm gonna let it ride, let it sit. It is excellent. You can see it. It looks delicious. Like I said, if you don't like mushrooms, don't use the mushrooms. If you don't like the onions, don't use the onion. You can't even see the onion, really, because it's so translucent when we cooked it. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the salmon. Oh, actually, you know what, guys? Let's just keep going. What the heck? Put this right. So we didn't use we didn't use all of the spinach. That was like a 15-ounce bag of frozen chopped spinach. And as I said, I cleaned the salmon and dried it off so it's nice and dry, so that the seasoning will stick to it, because we want our seasoning to stick to it. All right. And I took the skin off so that it would, you know, adhere to the salmon. So what we're going to do is just, and this is just a seafood seasoning, some lemon pepper, some Old Bay, a little bit of Cajun seasoning, some garlic powder. Yeah, and that's it. And I'm just going to season it liberally on both sides, guys. I'm going to pat this seasoning down so I know my seasoning is going to stay on here. I don't want it to come off. Season this side. So we're going to season both sides liberally, okay? Because it's not a lot of salt. Not a lot of salt in this. It's some salt. Don't get me. but it's not a lot of salt. It won't be too salty. This is how you want it to look when you pat down the seasoning. Make sure that seasoning is all the way in there. And that's what you want it to look like. You see that? See, that seasoning is all the way well coated on there. Now it's sticking. You see that? See that? That ain't going nowhere. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up and we'll do the next step. Okay, guys, so I have our pan on for our cream sauce for our potatoes. So what we're going to do is just stick this butter in our pan. And I'm going to turn this up just a little bit higher. Put that butter in there, put a little bit of onion in here. And you can see how it's just like literally just a teeny tiny bit, maybe like a tablespoon, if that much onion. So you can see it's just such a little bit. Here, I don't even think that's a tablespoon. Maybe 2 teaspoons. And so what we're going to do is put our butter, our onion in there. We're going to take our potatoes that's already seasoned and just stick them in our, hold on, stick them in our pan. I want to get all that seasoning out of there. Okay. Stick them in our pan. This is so easy and it's delicious, guys. So if you haven't tried it, try it. Okay, so that's it. We're going to take our onion and just cook our onion some. So it's a little bit, you know, translucent. We really want the onion flavor more so than just the onion. And I'm going to take, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of flour in there. Just going to put a little bit of flour. You know what? I'll use this. So maybe about a tablespoon of flour. I don't want too much, but I want to make a roux with the flour and just to thicken it up a little bit, thicken up the sauce, but not too much, okay? So, y'all see that? Let me see. I'll make sure that you can see it good. So that's our flour, our onion, and our butter. So now we're going to come in. I'm going to put a teeny tiny bit, like a teaspoon of cream cheese, okay? Just going to mush it down just like that. Then I'm going to come in. Oh, I have some seafood broth that I just made out of like the shells of my seafood, my shrimp and things like that. And I'm going to use that because we're doing seafood, so I want to keep in with that flavor. And then I'm just going to add some heavy cream to the party. Oh my gosh, and you can smell that seafood smell so doggone good. Oh God, it smells so good. That's ridiculous. That just smells good. It smells so good, guys. Well, we don't want it too thick because the potatoes are gonna, so I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh parm to this. Let me pull that off the fire. I'm gonna add like a handful. And my hands are really tiny. So maybe about a quarter cup. Third of a cup. It's not that much. Yeah, can't be. A third of a cup. And I'm just going to add a little bit more broth to this. A little more cream. And stick it in the pot. I don't want to really season this too much because we have the cream. We have the broth, which is, you know, the flavor of seafood. You can use chicken broth. You can use seafood broth. You could just do the regular, you don't have to do anything. You could just do the, you can just do your cream and your Parmesan. Or no Parmesan. Oh my God, that's so good. That is crazy good. Guys, oh my gosh. That's really good, okay? All right? That's good. Okay, I'm going to add just a little more cream just to... And I'm going to put a few chives in here. Just for the color. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. And put a little bit more broth only because I don't want the potatoes to... I want the cream sauce to be creamy inside the potatoes. And let's add just a little bit of garlic powder. Okay, just a little bit. Oh God, this smells so incredible. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just pour this on here. I'm gonna add a little bit more cream. A little bit more broth, only because I wanted to cover this. This is going to get nice and, oh my gosh, it's going to be so nice. Get nice and thick. And bubbly. Okay, guys. And all we're going to do is, let me get this. This is, I got to put some water in it. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put a little bit of paprika on it just for color, you know, just to make it pretty. So we have our chives in here. Everything is nice. And so we're going to put this in the oven on like 375, let's just say 380 for about 20 minutes, okay? And actually, you know what? Let's leave it here because we can put this in when we put in our salmon. So let me clean this up and then we can do our salmon and we'll stick everything at the same time, guys. I think that's a better idea. All right, Global Soul, and okay, now we're about to assemble these. Y'all got to work with me, okay? So let's see how we're going to do this. Because I don't quite know. Here's our puff pastry. I'm going to take this out like this and just roll it out. Just like so. So we wanted to cover our salmon for sure. We do want it to cover it. At least most of the way. I don't know if this is going to be enough to cover the whole. I don't know if this is going to be enough to cover the actual all 3 pieces. But we're going to see what we can do. So let's just see. Stretch out a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's just see. All right, guys. Okay. So, okay. Can you see that? How I did that? I just cut it into 3 pieces. So I'm gonna move this over because I want you guys to be able to see very well. So this is, let me just put this over. I want you to be able to see this really well. Okay, so let's work with the first piece. So here's the first piece. Okay, and I put it and pull it out a little bit, just like that. And I'm going to take this piece of salmon. I'm going to do it like that. And then I'm going to take this. No. I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to take this and put this at the bottom, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to put a generous amount, okay, guys? Like that. Then I'm going to stick the salmon on top of it. So let's do one with one on the bottom, one at top, so we can see which one actually comes out the best. I think I have to do it like this, guys. Okay, let's see. If we could just close it up like a packet. Hold it up like you would a packet. Yeah, let's just close it up like we would a packet. And then we gotta put those slit holes. Oh, nope, not yet. Okay, so here's our parchment. We're gonna put parchment over, okay? So I'm gonna do it like this, just like that. Okay, let's see if we can do the next one. Now, this one we're going to do on top. So we're going to take this one. We're going to lay it down. I think we should go at the bottom Because I think, well, let's just see. Like, what the heck? We won't know until we know, right?
I just said to
So
take off one.
Let's just put this on top like this. Y'all see? Looks good though. Doggone, it looks so good. Now, I'm gonna use my hands, y'all, so I can get this on here real good. Okay. So I'm gonna lift this piece up like we did the other one. Just lift it up some. And this one looks like it could be stretched out a little bit more. But that's okay. We're gonna do it the best way we know how. Now we're gonna take this one and pull it over. It's a big daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's for you, babe.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay. Okay, we're not gonna be able to put that pocket, but we got that over like that. Oh, you know what? I don't know if they should be touching. That way they cook evenly. Let's see. Whoa. So you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna, even though it's parchment, I think I'm just gonna put a little bit more. Okay, so let me see if I can try to get some of this to go down. Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, this time I'm gonna put this one at the bottom because it seemed to be easier for me. So I am gonna put this one at the bottom. That's a big piece of salmon, so I'm gonna just put all of this right here. Guys, can you see this? Yeah. Try to keep as much as close to the edges as possible. Now, here we go. Okay. All right. Guys, try to roll it and tuck it. See that? Roll it over and tuck it. Let's make like a little pouch. So that one goes right there. This one goes right there.
Gotta spray it.
Yeah, I did. See? This one's not sprayed down. Yeah, you do want to spray it. Okay. All right, guys. Now, we just got to do, let me see. Let me put these up here so y'all can see them. So this is what they're looking like, and we just have to put a few holes in it just so they can breathe. Oh, no, first let's do this. Let's put the egg wash on it. And that's what gives it that shiny, shiny, pretty, shiny color. And this is just egg. Nothing more, nothing less. And you could also use cream. You could use a whipping cream, heavy cream. Okay, I think that's good. So let's see what this puff pastry says. 400 or 350. I'm thinking about 400, but let's just see. Yep, 400. Convection, regular 425. I'm gonna do 400, okay? I'm gonna do 400, and we're gonna put this in here for about, okay, we gotta put a little bit of breathe holes, okay? I have to be able to let the steam out. Okay. So we're gonna, this is what they're looking like. And we're going to put these in here for 400. Let's just say for about 20 minutes, okay? And then we'll let it sit for 10 minutes because we don't want our let's just see. I'm just going to say 20 minutes, okay? Probably 25 minutes. I'm going to put it in for 20 though. So I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. At 400, and we're going to see how we make out with that. All right, guys, I'll be back. Okay, Global Soul, I took this out, and this was about 40 minutes. Actually, it took about 40 minutes, and after the 30 minutes, I put it on 425, like the thing said, for it to brown. And these are potatoes, so I'm just going to let this sit just for a second. And you see how pretty and shiny the eggs did? The egg wash made them. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to put some butter on these because I love butter. I can't help it. And then let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I'll plate it up for you guys. All right, I'll be back. Okay, Global Soul. So we are now finished. Here is our finished product. You see how juicy that salmon is? Here's our cream potatoes. Look how flaky this is. See how flaky that is? Well, let's try it. Salmon is so juicy, it's cooked perfect. And here goes, guys. Lord bless this and thank you for it. Please bless those that don't have. First name, amen. The spinach, the mushrooms are such a light flavor. Oh man, everything is just, oh gosh. the cheese, but it's just everything just comes together. It just marries together. It's like everything just, it's just like all together, just marrying. Just, I mean, every flavor just, y'all see how juicy that salmon is? You see how flaky? See the cheese? I mean, come on now. It is absolutely amazing, okay? I'm just saying. Let's try the cream potatoes. You could taste the, you could have, it has a hint of that seafood broth. You could taste, you can taste the parm, but not like parm where it's like, if it was like Alfredo or something, nothing like that. Just a hint of something. You don't really know what it is, but you know it's good. That's how, when I'm tasting something, I'm like, what is that? Like, what is it? Here y'all. You guys have to try this for yourself. It was very easy. Like I always say, prep is the hardest thing. You see how easy it was. It was very easy. It looks beautiful. It's a wonderful meal if you want to impress somebody. This is the one to do it. Okay? And you can dress it up, dress it down. You can be creative with it. You don't have to do exactly what I did. But it's a wonderful meal. And guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Please comment, let me know, like, you know, what are you thinking? What do you, anything you would like for me to cook? Yeah, leave me a comment. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and give a like, guys. All right, thanks, Global Soul. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.